a minute and see if we get anyone to come online. Hey y'all. It's not a long video today, guys. It's just a quick share a few tips with you in regards. Hey Jill, good to see you. Yeah, just a few tips in regard to recruiting, which is obviously quite daunting for some people. But some people's businesses rely on recruits. So I'm just going to share a few pointers to see if it helps. Okay, so there's probably, I would say, if I remember rightly, 7 steps to cracking recruitment. Again, you know, you need to make the decision to master this, which means being consistent, staying with it, doing the same procedure, following the same steps, and not just for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. You know, it could be 30 days, it could be 60. You need to master it, you need to get it to perfection, and you need to get it to a level where you feel comfortable so you could approach and talk to anybody. Again, going back to my previous live, I don't want to recommend you spamming everyone with messages about how they'd be wonderful on your team. You know, it's not about that. People will come to you. As long as you add value, people will come to you. When people are with you and they ask the questions, then, you know, once the time is right, you can take the steps to the conversation to make it more about them, not just, oh yeah, well, I do this, why don't you come on my team? It doesn't look professional. I mean, trust me, I used to do it and I got nowhere. I get messaged daily for different opportunities and again, you know, it's not the procedure, it's not the way to go. So making that decision is obviously very important. You need to think about it, you need to have the time to dedicate to it, you need to stay consistent. So there's a few things already just to consider before going on a recruiting blitz or whatever you want to call it. Your mindset. There's no good going out and being all fake happy. You know, if you're not happy and you're not positive, people can see that in your body language. They can see it in the facial expressions. You know, they can see it in your messages. You need to be happy. You need to show them what changes it's made in your life. You know, people join you, not businesses, not products. They join because of you. You know, so being positive, you know, sharing a smile, having a chat, not sharing all negative stuff. You know, that's not a good sign. Also, you know, changing from being a beggar. You know, don't go messaging all your friends and family and saying, hey, you know, I've just started this company, why don't you come and buy the products and try it, they're amazing. If you haven't tried them, you can't sell them. If you're not a product of the product, it's no good to you. You know, you can't sell something to somebody saying, oh, it's given me this result, when you don't even use it. It's, you know, it's false advertising, it's lies, you know. Don't chase people. You're not a beggar, you know. Be that leader. Be the person that people want to be around, people want to work with. Be that happy person. If someone feels low and they come and read a couple of your posts, you know, they're going to smile and they're going to be like, she's always so positive. Yes, Chris Myers, well said. Be a product of the product. Hey Chris, hope you're doing okay. So, you know, change from being the beggar. So don't be saying, I have an amazing opportunity for you. You know, I've done this, you've done that. This will be good for you, I promise we'll make money. Because it doesn't work, you know, unless you can prove your results, people aren't interested. So that's 2 steps, I would say. So step 3, collecting friends. You know, don't just go and add 30 people a day on Facebook because you think, oh, well, we've got mutual friends, they've got to be it. Look for value. Look at their profiles, you know. See what their interests are. Oh, okay, it's okay. You want this one? 2 seconds. It's okay. Just doing little man. He's having... Oh, can you see? Just little man having his lunch. Okay, so going back to collecting friends, you need to build relationships with people. You know, build trust, raise awareness, find a way to become friends with them. Don't just add them because they're another network marketer. Don't just add them because they've got kids. You know, building a relationship is what keeps them there, keeps them interested in what you're doing. You know, they know you're just not another one that works for a company and is going to just keep messaging them with, hey, do you want to order? I'm doing a big order tonight. Do you want to save money on delivery? You know, it's all about making friendships. You know, you wouldn't go and buy off some random person in the street. You know, you need to know them. You need to trust them. Again, so building relationships, building rapport is very, very important. Trust me, again, you know, speaking from experience, this is another thing I used to do. I used to message 30 people a day, you know, to try and get a sale, get them to join my group. And, it, you know, I don't like it being done to me. So, you know, I can imagine how other people feel as well. And, you know, I don't do it no more. And since not doing it, I can see the difference. Positive daily habits is step number 4. So, you know, again, get into a routine, you know, send some friend requests, reply to some messages you got the day before if you haven't already. Have some conversations with people already in your friends list because they are your network, they are your audience, they're the people that are watching you already. So it's important to stay in touch with everybody, not just the people you speak to all the time. People that are on your friends list that you used to go to school with that you don't talk to or you haven't spoke to, you know. Make the time. You know, it doesn't take 2 minutes to send a message to somebody just to see how they are, to see if they're having a good day, to see if you can help them with anything at all. Talking to people about what you do does come in the conversation, but again, don't just be like, hey, so-and-so, you know, how's your day? I've got this incredible business, you know, it's done this for me, it's done that for me. They don't want to hear it. They want to see what difference it's made to you. So when they see you, you know, posting about how your car's broke down and you can't afford to fix it, or you've got no orders, or do you know what I mean? All the negative stuff you can think of with your business. They don't want to see that. They want to see the impact it's having on your life, you know. So if you're able to have more free time to spend with your children, or, you know, you get more family holidays. I mean, I'm a stay-at-home mum, as you all know, and, you know, I would move heaven and earth to have been able to do this that I do now when my little girl was born. I had a year at home with her, and then by the time she was 2, I was back in full-time work, and I missed so much of, you know, her growing up. But no more. You know, I'm not doing it. It's not me. I believe that you have children to raise children. You don't have children to get someone else to raise them for you. Again, going back to daily habits, you know, how much self-development time do you do? Do you make a point every day where you sit and listen to someone who inspires you? Do you read a book? Do you watch YouTube videos? You know, even if it's just... Sorry, someone's just sent me another message. Even if it's just 15 minutes a day, you know, 30 minutes a day, it all adds up. I mean, I always thought, you know, yeah, okay, that's whatever. You ain't going to take no knowledge from that. But you do, you know, it all stays in your mind. It's fresh. And it's you time. I mean, I do meditation once a day, at some point through the day. I don't keep it at the same time, obviously, with the children. But, you know, doing a bit of meditation, just laying there, just listening and just relaxing and going back over, you know, your daily tasks, things like that. That's my me time. And, you know, without that, I could get up and I could be horrible and moody every day. You know, I have 2 children that don't sleep, but you don't see me putting it all over Facebook, because that's not what it's all about. So obviously, as well as personal development, progression, you know, progression takes time. You need to stick with it. You need to be consistent. You need to know that it's all going to be worth it in time. Don't expect it to happen overnight, because you will be disappointed. You know, and disappointment will lead to failure. You don't want to fail. You need to remain strict with yourself, you know. Be consistent, have a daily routine, plan, you know. Either plan to succeed or plan to fail. The decision is yours. You know, I can't sit here and say to you, right, you need to do this, this and this every day, because everybody's different. You know, your path is your path. You need to plan out your path. By all means, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to assist, but you need to plan your path for your dream to achieve it. Step number 5, always being prepared. You know, have things ready for people. If people want some information, have notes written down. Have notes written. Have I don't know, PDF documents. Have spreadsheets. Anything that you can document your information on to then share with other people, so it's to hand. Don't, you know, like if you do calls, you know, don't be, oh, hang on a minute, I've just got to find that out. Have it all out in front of you, ready to do what you need to do. If you know the calls to discuss them coming on board, you know, of your opportunity, have that information there. If it's to, they've come to you and asked for help on a specific matter, have that information ready before you make that contact and you have that discussion. It makes you look more professional. You know, it's not about, you know, whether you're wearing a suit and tie and you have this hour and that hour to do this. It is you being you and building. You know, build, build and build. You're going to get sick of hearing me say that, but that's what it's all about, you know. Post information on your wall. You know, if you've had so many people come and ask you about how to get more leads in their business or how to increase their sales, you know, do a post on your wall. Don't tag them in it, but do a post on your wall so that that information is there and people will find it if and when they need it. Your story, you know, from the beginning of when you decided to go into this to now, share it. You know, I mean, I've shared mine. I will be doing a live, just a bit about me at some point this week. But, you know, if you're a stay-at-home mum and you can't afford to go out to work because you can't afford childcare, or you can't find a job with suitable hours around school hours, you know, that's part of your story. Share it. You know, I've been with different MLM companies and I've failed and I've not committed myself and I've not been very successful. And, you know, I tell people it because I don't want to watch anybody that I know go through the same I did. I mean, I've been trying to be successful for years and years and years, and it still never worked. And then, like I said before, I found my mind. I found myself. Katie, well done. I remember you hate videos and would never do it, but broke that barrier when you're showing people things can be achieved. Thank you, Katie. That's lovely. Yeah, I changed my mindset. I found, you know, I find it easier now to speak on a live than I do to write it all down in a status, because I know myself, if there's a status that's 3 pages long on my Facebook, I don't want to sit and read it all the time. You know, it's easier. Thanks, Katie. It's easier to do it here. Then people can ask me questions. If I can answer it, I will. If I can't, then I'll go and find the answer. You know, that's me. I like to help people. Again, you know, the main things. So we've had decision, we've had mindset, we've had building friends, building an audience, positive daily habits. always being prepared. You know, it's silly things, although it's things you do daily and you don't even think about it. You do them daily. Enthusiasm, you know, smile at people. Show them how relaxed and comfortable you are in yourself, in your life, in what you're doing. You need to be contagious. You know, people need to get to that point where they want to see you. They want to see more, and they'll go and they'll check your wall, they'll check your newsfeed, check your pages, you know, and they'll see what you're doing. Okay, so the last step, I would say, is to think bigger. You've got that dream in your head. We've all got dreams. We've all got what we call fantasies, you know, things that you'd never in a million year dream of having in your daily life. So, you know, think about that, you know, and put yourself in that place now. Be that person. So say you want a nice house and a nice car and loads of money, you know, everybody wants that. Be that person now. Think that you've got it already, and you will succeed to be that person. You know, what you think is what you believe, and it also leads to what you will achieve. So if you're thinking, I'm a failure, I'm not going to get nowhere in life, you know, you're not. That's how the body works. You can retrain your brain. Be positive. Think about that dream. Post it. Put it around your house. Put it on everywhere you go. If you do lots of washing, put it above your washing machine. See it. Visualise it. Believe it. It will happen. Success loves speed. Yes, it takes time to get to that point, but once you're there, you're there. You know, positive minds equals success. You know, I'm a depression sufferer, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, but again, having that positive mindset helps you deal with the stresses of life, you know, the way things happen. I mean, most of you know what's happened to me in the last month with family, and I got through it, and I'm getting through it daily. Meditation and mindset all the way. You know, if you want to know what ones I do, give me a shout. I'll share links. I'll even put the link on my wall later, so you can have a look and give it a go. Okay, has anybody got any questions so far? Nothing coming up yet. And thank you to Jill and Chris and Katie for your comments. It's been lovely to see that people do pay attention, even if I do ramble a bit. Okay guys, well again, it was just short and sweet today. I'm going to try and do one every day this week. Thank you, Chris. I'm glad you got some value from it. I'm going to try and do a daily live this week. Obviously, children and time depending. But I hope I added some value to you. If there's anything I can do or anything I can try and help you with, just give me a shout. Either PM me, emails, sorry about the noise, whichever contact details you have for me, just give me a shout and we'll try and catch up and get you on the road to where you want to be. Okay, thanks all. Bye. Bye-bye.